make a move and the bunny gets it.
I said, put the bunny back in the box. Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
Oop. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night. Oh, okay. Hold on. I need to. Is that better? All right, there we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night. This is Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics. I'm here with my couple of my friends. Let me bring them on.
If it's no Scottish, it's crap!
Aha! Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello, chat.
All right.
How are you?
Let me bring this guy on.
Sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
Hola!
Hello.
Hello! During the intro, I've had some technical difficulties, so I've been yes, fun times.
How bad?
Having to reload all those clips again.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Fun
okay.
times. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
I'll load them as we go.
So we've been doing conspiracies a lot lately. So we decided tonight we're going to try to do a cryptid, and the gentleman decided. Yeah. It's been a long time. So we decided to do the Yakumama. This is the giant snake of the Amazon. This is the one that seems to have the most evidence behind it. So we're going to take a look at that evidence tonight.
I didn't know about it until we started researching it.
Well, you knew there were giant snakes, right? You did know giant snakes.
Of course. But the Yakumama legend, no, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, evidently.
like Titanoboa, I'd heard of that one, but this one, no, not so much. Right.
Oh, okay. Well, we did get a comment earlier. Cotton Ministries says another monster.
Yes, we have a monster.
Yep. And which was replied by Wookie, a great big snake. And then Cotton responded, real conspiracy is too scared to tackle on YouTube. And response spoken by someone who won't get his channel struck. Okay. And then I've had 5 channels nuked off of YouTube. I'm retired.
Well, only 5? Only
Yeah.
5? What are you playing at?
Yep, only 5.
Your channel's got shut down, question mark, and for meme drops. Okay, that's pretty low for YouTube. Okay. I've never had my channel struck down, by the way. I've had it taken down, but, memes were pretty spicy.
He likes the spicy memes. All right.
The spicy meat.
Spicy and memeable.
Spicy meatball. Yeah.
Spicy meatball.
Yeah, we think alike. Anyway, so Yakumama, the Amazon, this one is pretty unique in that when this snake is around, it has some pretty unique features to it. In other words, it has like electronic interference. Something might be considered like electromagnetic interference, maybe. And it seems to come up quite a bit when you're dealing with the Yakumama. So let me play this video. This video will, hopefully it doesn't get me struck. It's a little long, but it didn't pop up earlier, but that doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah. So
maybe it won't. Maybe it won't get, we'll find out. Anyway, so I'm going to play it anyway. If it does get struck down, we will be on Rumble and hold on YouTube for a little while, and we'll be right back. It usually takes about 5 minutes.
If we go.
Yep. So, all right. So here is Yakumama.
More ancient terror awaits. The Amazon guards many secrets, and none looms larger than the Yakumama, the water mother. A serpent so vast it carves new oxbows and restocks barren fish runs. In January 1907, Colonel Percy Harrison Fawcett was charting the Brazil-Bolivia border, guiding a shallow draft launch up the Rio Abunão. Mid-channel, the shape he took for a wind-thrown palm began to move. 45 feet of ink-black spine rolled above the surface, he recorded in his survey log. Then another section rose level with the gunnels. The monster's weight opened a trough wide as a railway cutting, rocking the hull hard enough to scatter my instruments. 2 rifle shots cracked across the river. The serpent, later measured at over 60 feet long, bled dark into the current before sliding beneath the boat. Fawcett's survey book records the moment with characteristic restraint. The creature could have overturned us at will. But Fawcett noted something else in his private journal, details later shared with Bernard Heuvelmans during their 1950 correspondence. The river itself seemed to develop a metallic taste. Our compass spun wildly for several minutes, and Manley's pocket watch ceased function entirely. Most peculiar of all, the wireless equipment aboard our support vessel, anchored over a mile downstream, registered strange interference precisely at the moment of our encounter. These field quakes, as they came to be known, would become a recurring signature across continents. Shipibo and Quechua trackers already knew the animal. Before entering a lagoon, they sounded a single conch blast. If a ripple answered, every paddle froze until the river breathed again. They call her Yakumama, the water mother, the force that gouges channels and seeds new life. Each June, shamans shadow her upriver to the Shenei Timpishka, the boiling river whose 190-degree water swathes the forest in dawn mist. The Shipibo maintains strict protocols around Yakumama encounters. No metal objects in the water during her traveling season, May through August. No fishing lines deployed at depths below 60 feet during the new moon, and specific ayahuasca ceremonies performed by master Shipibos before any major river journey. Violation of these taboos, they believe, calls Yakumama to the surface in hunger rather than protection. A century later, technology finally caught her wake. In March 2009, satellite analyst Mike Warner flagged a serpentine disturbance twisting through 3 bends inside Peru's Pacaya Samiria Reserve. A chartered float plane confirmed it. A translucent body more than 130 feet long and 6 feet thick swam against the current, its passage visible from 800 feet altitude. Downstream, field teams collected overlapping scales, black-green, glossy as wet obsidian, from a crescent of fresh sand. The discovery excited Bernard Heuvelmann's successor at the ICS, Dr. Maria Santos, who recognized the electromagnetic signatures from similar reports in her growing database. During the following dry season, Peruvian reservist Juan Carlos Palomino radioed outpost Sierra 50 after felling a snake on an Ucayali sandbar. Photographs, now traded from Pucallpa to Leticia, show 40 feet of carcass propped on driftwood poles, the head broader than a canoe thwart. Patrolmen burned the remains on site. The images alone convinced upriver boatmen to travel by night without lamps. Between Brazil and Paraguay, missing person reports list crews who vanished without a cry. Search launches find only glass-smooth slides on the mud and a single deep groove where something wider than a dugout hauled itself back to deep water. When outboard motors sputter and fail, and electronic fish finders display impossible readings, pilots cut power and drift until the surface exhales, certain that Yakumama circles below, measuring the keel for one effortless gulp. A breathtaking video went viral in May 2025, capturing an enormous anaconda in the Amazon rainforest. The overhead footage, seemingly filmed from a helicopter, shows the giant serpentine effortlessly navigating a watercourse, appearing larger than the skiff below it. Lush, dense greenery flanks the stream as the anaconda proceeds unperturbed. The clip was shared on X by a user who simply noted, "Once again, a big anaconda snake was seen in the Amazon forests." Even now, river folk still leave the first cut of every catch at the water's edge, a quiet tribute to the unseen mother who shapes the flow and guards the world.
It would be.
Well, that was big.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, none of the videos that I saw over the last couple of weeks mentioned anything about the electromagnetic interference, so that's a new one for me.
The ones I saw that were for the Yakumama, they referenced also some that it's been seen that the head resembles that of what would be described as a dragon, kind of like maybe a European dragon or a Chinese style dragon, where there has the crest, has like the horns or something that are back behind the eyes and over the crest of the head. Yeah.
Well, one of the videos I saw yesterday or today actually suggested that the Yakumama could actually spew poison clouds. I don't know if that's true though.
Well, the cobra can spit venom.
Well, I think the one you're talking about though that's the Nabal. I think it's called the Nubal or something like that.
Know.
The one you're talking about.
The one with the crest
Wookie.
on the crested head. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's it's the Nubal. I think it's called.
Oh, right, okay.
Yakumama is like a different. I think that one's in Thailand. This was South America, Amazon.
Well, there was something else in one of the videos I watched today. I think it was suggested it could change shape.
Mm-hmm.
It could do like the chameleon thing and look like a log or a sandbank or something like that, and then woof, it comes out and gets you. But I don't know.
Yeah,
and its
you
head,
got that video queued up.
Its head is supposed to be maybe like two meters wide. Only 2 meters wide.
Yeah. Let's see that video that you had earlier, Wookie. The one that's with the crane.
Oh, yep.
Oh yeah.
Give me a second here.
Yeah, just a little thing.
Alrighty.
Pull this up.
It's okay. We're just doing a show. I mean.
Oh yeah, we're just doing a show.
Got all the time in the world.
Oh yeah. Where is it? Is it that one?
Mm-mm.
That's the one.
Okay, we're moving on until he finds it.
Hang on.
It was only 2 meters. It's a
ledge. Finding it already. I found it. There it is.
Do you mind? I was speaking.
Well, let's have the snake get the right of way here. Come on now.
Jeez, that thing's big.
There's another one. There's another picture out there with some loggers had one of those logging cranes that has the big the big huge claw on the end
All
of it.
right.
They picked up one of those guys in the freaking
Oh,
forest,
gosh, yeah, the claw.
jungle or wherever it was. Yeah, that was
Wow.
a trip too.
What,
But yeah, that thing's freaking huge.
what,
And they got
what
it
has been your
strapped on
feet?
there.
I'm slithering.
I know, right? Oh, smoke.
Well,
man.
we know that there's some alligators that are like hundreds of years old, and so reptiles basically
Oh, yeah.
because they're cold blooded, I guess. They have a longer life expectancy. They don't have as many free radicals to like age them. Pretty much a reptile can
Well, I mean,
just
wait,
keep.
look at some of the Look at some of the crocodiles. Some of the crocodiles that are, like you say, they're hundreds of years old and they are huge.
Yeah.
Sizes of bus. Size of a wee bus.
Yeah.
Reptiles don't stop growing. They don't have like a growth limit. They'll just keep growing as long as they stay alive and as long as they have food source. And the Amazon is nothing but food for snakes. So.
Oh, it's no surprise that some of these creatures can get to such a size, especially like that snake over there. Yeah.
Well, like I said, if there's no other predators that are taking them out, and there's an ample food source for them.
Jaguars would be about the closest thing I think that can.
Yeah, but if they're not prevalent, they're not large numbers. Things like these snakes can prevail because they can hide in places. They can go underground. They can quasi hibernate.
Water, yeah.
They be around water, and if there's an ample food source, a kind of, mammal around that's big enough for them to eat, they're going to get freaking huge.
Yeah, I mean, they can consume beings, but more like children and small adults. It is possible. So,
well, the only real predator that snakes have is other snakes and humans, and so if you're at a sparsely populated area where there's not a lot of industry, there's not a lot of like technology available, then you don't have you don't have your biggest predator there, which is humanity. Humanity happens to be the alpha predator on the planet. You can see. I mean, you don't talk about animals like wiping out human populations.
No. But most of the interactions that with animals such as snakes and things like that come when humans expand their territory into animal territory. It happens all the time. Yeah,
and it doesn't ever work out well for the animals, does it?
No, I'm afraid not.
No. Humans just happen to be the biggest alpha predator on the planet. They are. But anyway, so the Yakumama, the real interesting thing about it is
here we go.
Okay, let's watch this one. Jeez Louise. Holy crap.
Yeah, he's going uphill. That thing is huge.
Just a wee baby. It's just a wee baby.
Oh, yeah, it's just a baby.
Yeah, that's probably a young'un.
Yeah, Mama's Godzilla.
It's a growing loon.
Yeah.
He's a growing loon.
Man, that thing's got to be probably about as big around as a freaking propane tank. One of those tall ones.
Yeah.
That's nuts. And then to be that long.
And that's a python. Pythons are below anacondas and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think that would probably be is that a reticulated python? Probably a reticulated python. I would think it that way.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Can't really tell the markings from here. Probably a reticulated python.
So the next one I'm going to show.
I think.
Yeah, the next one I'm going to show. This is its mama. The next one I'm going to show is mama.
Oh, okay.
Mama.
Mommy.
Yeah, mommy. is means business. Mommy means business. Yeah.
Okay.
This one is an anaconda.
Okay.
So yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be the largest.
Yeah.
It's certainly going to be the most muscular, yeah.
Yes.
It's an anaconda. A green
Anacondas
anaconda
are
in particular.
Yeah, anacondas will choke them to death. Yeah. They'll
Yeah.
wrap their curls around and.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
all muscle. Those anacondas are just all muscle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Whoop. Where we got this? I gotta queue it up though. This is the big one. Okay.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay. Here we go.
Rock.
Let's get her done. That's the
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
mama.
this one again.
All right.
That's the mama.
Okay.
That is mama. That
No.
is huge.
You
There's
see, looking
two
at
boats.
that one, that would make. Yeah. That almost looks like the other helicopter footage. It would be about the right size,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Yep.
Yeah,
And
the
then
one
But
the
about
one
the same
earlier
size,
was
isn't it?
larger than this though.
Yeah. It bumps the boat. It
Yeah.
bumps the boat bumps it, or it bumps the boat. You can
Mhm.
see the wake that it's moving, that's using when it's slithering.
Are you going to argue with that thing, Wookie?
Yeah,
Are
no.
you going to argue with that?
Not gonna.
No.
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 Not I. No,
No.
not I. Nay.
Nay.
Well, nay. I'm not gonna argue with that.
No. Well, let me play this video here. So, this tells more of the lore of the Yakumama. So, here we go.
Come on.
Be it day or night, when traveling the river, the men used to blow a conch horn, not only to alert the people nearby, but to alert the snake and make itself known so they could avoid it, or with more wishful thinking, scare the menacing serpent away. But a river monster of that size and strength would not be bothered by the sound of a horn. Therefore, the locals had an idea. They were tired of living in fear, and of their own being the meals of the Yakumama. One day, a boat loaded with dynamite was the only way, a permanent solution to this horrifying specimen of a reptile. As the boat traveled nearer, the giant serpent was alerted, slithering and hissing her way to investigate. The men waited patiently, anxious and terrified, but also hopeful that this would be the end of their problems. And then water sprouted from the river in a massive explosion as the loud bang was heard throughout. But along with water, blood had also shot out from the river, sighs of relief and smiles all the way. However, their relief soon faded. Yakumama emerged from the river as the horn stood on her head. Her body was covered in blood and severely wounded. Pieces of her body were lost in the explosion, but there was no way that dynamite would be her demise. The mother of all water creatures swam away, slowly, right before looking at the men that placed the dynamite. They stood in horror as the fear they once had magnified, and the snake was never seen again until 1906. A famous explorer, Major Percy H. Fawcett, had claimed he shot and killed a giant snake while navigating the Amazon River. 13 meters of the snake was seen out of water, but the remaining 5 meters of its body was submerged. While the snake was unbelievably huge, the locals weren't fazed, as they said it's not the Yakumama and could have been its offspring. But herpetologists were not convinced. Such speculations of monstrous snakes were outlandish tales told around the campfire. A century passed with this legend circulating, which led a father and son, Mike and Greg Warner, to go on an expedition in search of the legendary snake that people have spoken of. The research obtained from these explorers had even piqued the interest of National Geographic. They captured photos in the Amazon rainforest of long, massive, windy trenches having a width of 6 feet, made by a large animal which matched the attributes of Yakumama.
I saw that video last
Oh,
week,
yeah.
the week before, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the videos I watched a couple of weeks ago actually had an interview with an old guy who claimed to be one of the gentlemen who was in the boat that threw the dynamite into the water. So,
Oh, really?
that
Okay.
was very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, evidently the snake just looked annoyed. So
You looked annoyed.
Well, so would you.
Yeah.
you tried to blow me up. And they're all sitting here like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
Now you die.
Well, it reminds me of my one and only fight. My stepbrother, who at that time was about 6'2", about 280, something like that, just massive. And he shoved me one, and I lost my temper, and I hauled off and punched him. It was a good one. I mean, it snapped his head to the side, but then he just went.
Yeah. Next.
And then I'm like, okay. And I just started swinging because I'm like, oh crap, you know. And
let's go.
You know, yeah, it got broke up, but I remember that feeling. I was like, that was the best shot I had in me, and he just like took it, you know.
Yep.
And so I'm sure the people that blew up Yakumama was kind of like, oh crap.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
exactly. Like, what the heck?
Well,
So,
go ahead.
pardon me.
Nope. Okay. Well, so I mean, one thing about Yakumama is the electromagnetic thing that happens when she's about to surface.
I've never heard that before until now.
Yeah, I mean, the other big snake stories don't seem to have that feature. That one's very unique to her. And so the speculation is somehow there's some like maybe some radiation involved that caused a mutation or something.
Could have, yeah.
And you know, that part of the Amazon is they mine their cobalt there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so cobalt has a lot of different properties. And so the idea was maybe you know, because of the chemical makeup of where she, you know, hangs her scales, it might have caused some like mutations over the years. And since she's, you know, maybe hundreds of years old, you know, it just
Very
you might have absorbed that radiation, and it just caused her to be bigger and bigger.
Yeah. That's you know, that radiation, like there was case in point, there was an episode of River Monsters that Jeremy Wade went to Chernobyl, and there's a lake by Chernobyl, and there was a report of some supersized catfish or something in there, and he discovered that there's some pretty gnarly sized fish in here, but they're all surviving. They're all thriving and surviving. Is what
wasn't there something about worms as well at Chernobyl being
worms. Yep.
Well, radiation. Radiation is not always like a bad thing. Sometimes radiation will cause cellular generation.
Right.
It'll cause cells to like populate even faster than they would normally.
Yeah.
And so one of the most common mutations that are caused by radiation is an increase in size. Yakumama is my middle name. So Kokoshiko Yakumama Papashango. Say that 10 times fast.
Well, and also in going back to that episode that Jeremy Wade was there, they had like wildlife, birds and rodents and coyotes and wolves and stuff out there that were still alive, that were thriving. They weren't necessarily like with 3 eyes and 7 limbs and stuff like that. They just looked regular, but they might have had either a chromosome, with radiation doing some different things, but maybe just making them, hardier, I guess.
Well, that's one reason why I know that evolution is bullshit, because if radiation can't cause like creatures to, it causes increased size, it causes a population alteration, it may cause some visual changes, but radiation has yet to cause the kind of the kind of mutations that is supposed to happen in evolution. Right. Where one creature changes to an entirely different creature, and so you don't see that with all these when you go to irradiated areas. You just see an increase in size, you just see an increase in population, or maybe a change visually, but or like genetic change.
But no superhuman mutants or anything like that,
No, you don't see that. You don't see X-Men. No, I'm sorry.
You don't see the Toxic Avenger.
No. But anyway, so if Yakumama is like at a place where there's like a radiation somewhere,
could be. Maybe.
Yeah, that would explain an increase in size to the extent that she's reputed to be.
And age too, because again, those jungles, those rivers, stuff like that, there's not heavy population there of humans. So so that thing could be well over a couple hundred years old. We don't really know how long these snakes live.
No, we don't.
We can speculate and everything, but like Cruel said about the crocodiles and alligators,
Yeah.
Massive, and they're hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
All they would need is a food source, and if there is indeed some radiation involved in increasing the cellular regeneration would cause a massive snake. It just makes a lot of sense, especially with the electromagnetic pulse that keeps showing up when she is around, she or he.
Well, there you go.
There has been a bee dog sighting.
Bee dog in the chat. Superhuman parkours.
Mutated parkours. It's not. Doesn't sound attractive to me. It just doesn't.
I've seen some mutants in a park. I'll tell you.
I'm sure you have if you're anywhere near California. All right, let me play this last video. I didn't preview this one, so I'm not sure what the content is, but we'll have fun with it. We haven't been struck so far, so good luck.
Yeah, we're still up.
Yeah, here we go.
Welcome to my YouTube channel, where we uncover the world's strangest mysteries and forgotten legends. Today, we explore a story that has haunted the Amazon for generations. You won't believe what lives in the Amazon River. Let's talk about the terrifying legend of Yakumama. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I post new videos like this every week. Yakumama, the giant serpent lurking in the Amazon myth or monster. Deep within the Amazon jungle lies a legend that has haunted local tribes for centuries. A serpent so massive, it's said to reach over 100 feet long. A creature feared as a guardian of the river, and whispered about as the mother of the water. They call it Yakumama. In this video, we uncover the terrifying Amazonian legend of Yakumama, eyewitness accounts from those who claim to have seen it, the ancient beliefs of indigenous tribes, theories connecting it to real-life anacondas and prehistoric creatures, the chilling question, what if it's not a myth? Waterway from the shadows of the rainforest to the depths of forgotten waters. This is the story of a monster too big to ignore. Subscribe for weekly explorations of legends, mysteries, and untamed nature. New videos every week.
Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a wild story.
Never miss a wild story.
That was nothing. That was absolutely nothing. Anyway.
I was waiting to say, has it started yet?
Nah, I guess that was just an advertisement for another video or something. That's
I
only
guess Otis channel or something. Yeah.
that's only.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Well,
but anyway,
there was back in 1986
mm-hmm.
in the Honduran jungle, the border between Honduras and Nicaragua, and we all know what was going on back then with the Contras and Sandinistas and stuff like that. Right. So the Americans had troops, the United States had troops there in Honduras, and they were doing some vacationing near the north border, near the border of Nicaragua, and building stuff and whatever.
Vacationing.
Vacationing. They were vacationing, and so they.
I think we were funding that vacation. I think there was a whole hearing about us funding that vacation.
There was. Yes, there was. It was a taxpayer-funded vacation. So,
Ollie North had to explain what that vacation was about. So
yes, he did. He had to explain it after he made confetti. But so there was a team of, I think, 6 or 8, maybe 9 United States Army troops that were called out to basically not really intercept, but to identify a strange moving object in the river. And on the other side of the river was Nicaragua. So their orders were to, if you see somebody over there on that side, don't shoot at them unless they shoot at you, and then you can shoot back in self-defense. But so they were they were standing on the down low, sneaking around like ninjas. And they drove out to this point to where they were instructed to go to intercept or to get a visual confirmation of a quote unquote vessel in the water moving erratically. And so they were lying in wait. They saw some movement coming in the water. Yeah. Now, in this group was a couple of, I believe, 2 Honduran military individuals there too. So this log, one guy called it a submarine. And all of a sudden, it turned toward the beach. There was a beach side that was on. They were near, and it approached. Now, on these troops, let's go back a little bit. On the way to that spot, these troops passed through a field that was grazing land for some cattle.
Okay.
And so the field went right down to the beach, but it was a fairly big piece of property.
Right.
Anyway, so this object that they were looking for, they were joking around. Oh, it's a log or it's a submarine. It changed course directly toward the beach. Raised up out of the water a little bit on the beach, and everybody freaked out. And the commander at that time told him, that keep your mouth shut, don't fire. And so this thing shot out of the water onto the beach into the field in record time compared to its size. This will give you an idea how big this thing was. So it was making a beeline for a little pod or pack of cows who were standing there in the field. It hit them. And knocked them over, okay? And then once it knocked them over, it kind of had its own. It just took its time to figure out which one it wants to kill. It raised its head up and slammed it on one of the cows on the ground, crushing it. So these individuals that were on vacation near the beach were saying they could hear the crunching and crushing of the bones and the cries of the cow. Well, it picked up the cow in its mouth, head hanging out one side and the back legs hanging out the other, and made its way back down to the beach into the water and was gone. So if that gives you
it felt like hamburger tonight.
Oh yeah, they wanted some,
maybe some steak.
Hamburger, steak. Yeah, exactly. Prime rib. Yeah. So apparently, and after the fact, these guys went down to the beach and where they saw the sign. That they remember where the head was when the tail came out of the water. So they all pasted, three or four of them servicemen pasted off, and they came up with a size anywhere between 75 and 80 feet.
Right.
Length for this thing.
Right.
So for this thing to pick up a cow, now a cow is about the size of a freaking SUV. Okay. It picked it up in its mouth and brought it back to the beach into the water and took off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was
that would work in line with the 2 meter width head.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, what happened was that the sergeant reported the incident when they got back to their vehicles, which was probably a mistake because they were interrupted in his communication by someone on the other end, and they were ordered to come back to base immediately. They were interrogated, interviewed, and basically the government covered it up. The United States Army covered it up. They forced everybody to fill out fraudulent reports of their eyewitness reports, and nothing happened to the Honduras guys because they already know what was going on. They knew about it. They called it El Diablo, the devil. And people go missing on that river all the time.
It's actually a different snake legend than Yakumama.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah.
But it's the Honduran version.
Yeah.
But it's out there. There's a video, a whole show on it from Wartime Stories.
Could be.
Well, I mean, there's also boss snake is supposedly a gigantic rattler in the West, and then there's the Nabao, the one in Thailand, and so.
And then there was one that was sighting in the Congo too. There was a famous picture from back in the 50s in the Congo. And
was that the bomber crew that took a picture? I remember seeing something about a bomber crew that.
I think so. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think that was related to possible Titanoboa pictures. I could be mistaken, but yeah.
And then somebody found that location. They were flying over. They found the location from where that picture was taken, and so they flew a plane roughly about the same altitude as that plane and from the same direction. So they took a modern picture of what it looks like now. They superimposed it, lined up known geographical features, so that they were all scaled the same, both pictures. They estimated that this picture, that the subject in the picture was over 50 feet long.
Right. I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Well, there are pictures that date back to, and they know these pictures are genuine because of the composition of the pictures. They're made with methods that are impossible for us to replicate because a lot of the technologies aren't even existing anymore.
Oh yeah, old tech.
Yeah, and so. I think like the amount of silver in the film and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But there's been pictures of these massive snakes dating, back centuries. I mean to the beginning of photographic technology, and then before that, there's
mid 1800s. Yeah.
Yeah, then there's before that. So there's even depictions that date back.
Well. One of the things about the Yakumama that I saw was that they reckon that the Yakumama is so big it could just suck you right in. It's that big. It could just suck you right in.
Well, I mean, it's so big that it has its own personal electromagnetic field.
Yeah, exactly.
Most living creatures have an electromagnetic field.
Yeah.
Okay. Every single one of us do. It has to do with we have like a personal electrical systems. That's what the human body runs off of. And so everybody has their own private EM field. And so if this thing is that massive that it's affecting technology, and I've seen,
wasn't one of the things, was it that one, or was it the other snake, in that they don't, you can't bring metal, you can't leave metal by the river?
It's Yakumama.
Yeah, it's Yakumama. You can't leave metal. Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of interesting.
That's the reason I chose Yakumama instead of Labao or El Diablo or the boss snake or whatever. It's because Yakumama's got that one unique feature that she affects technology, and it's just really
convenient.
Also
a little convenient, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, and she basically occupies the Amazon. There's so much about the Amazon that we're still figuring out. It's like the least explored river in the world. They don't really they haven't really determined just how deep the Amazon goes. In a lot of ways, it's like the locks in Scotland.
Those can be dark and deep.
They don't know how deep those go. They've been trying to determine that.
You just never know if there's an outlet to the sea somewhere. Who knows?
Right.
Well,
I mean, so much of the sea, so much of the rivers, so much of the water covers so much of the surface area of the world, and it's so little of it's actually been explored. And so the fact that there might be like plesiosaurs down there or ichthysauruses or gigantic massive snakes.
It was kind of like that was I think the point of that movie or the TV show Sequest. Where they,
Roy Scheider,
Roy Scheider. A great show, by the way, while he was on it.
Well, there's Sea Hunt before that, and there's
Voice of Out of the Sea and stuff. But
all the stories of Atlantis or whatever, the lost culture Atlantis and things.
Oh,
we just
Brian.
Oh no, Brian.
Hey, no, Brian. Good to see you, man. So when you want to go to feasibility here, okay, what do we know? We know that reptiles have been known to live hundreds of years, possibly even the thousands. There's been crocodiles or alligators.
Yeah.
And we know that reptiles don't have a limit to how big they can grow. They just need a food source and no predator. And they'll keep growing. And we also know that in that part of the Amazon where Yakumama's been seen, we're getting a lot of our rare earth metals from there, including cobalt. And we know that she has that the reputation is that when she's around, there's an electromagnetic pulse that accompanies her that messes with technology. And so and these legends all have some of the same features. Like they all say that she's black to dark green. And so in these legends, they always say that they always describe her the same. Her or whatever, him, who knows. But so I am saying that I find this extraordinarily plausible to me. It just it has the ring of possibility to me. It just doesn't seem outlandish. We've covered a lot of things that had like a outlandishness to it, that's like you have to stretch your imagination, or you have to make a leap of faith, or you have to assume things to be true.
Right.
But in this case, the facts that we do know for sure that are clearly established by science indicate that this is entirely possible for something like this to exist.
And going back to one of the videos that I saw today, they talked about the I don't know if it was the other one. I don't think it was Yakumama was the other one. They were talking about where they were doing some mining work for, I forgot what they were mining, but they discovered or uncovered a fossil of a giant or giant-sized snake.
Yeah.
So they had anthropologists come out there and check it out, archaeologists, and they couldn't get an exact reading because they wanted to continue on with their work. So pretty much they destroyed most of what they found, just being greedy bastards. But
vertebrae, some sort of vertebrae, I think.
There was a snake. They were saying it was a snake of some kind of large.
Is that the one? Is that the one they set on fire?
No, I don't think so. No,
okay, there's a carcass, a massive carcass that they did set on fire.
No, this was a fossilized one. It was fossilized. So.
Okay.
I think it was fossilized vertebrae or something.
Yeah. And so they couldn't exactly determine it, but they said it was of larger stature than currently known.
Yeah.
So
sounds like the similar one I saw. Yeah.
Well, it just seems to me that out of all the realms of possibility that we've looked at so far, these mythical creatures, this one seems to have like a narrative thread that seems to go through all the stories. Okay, first of all,
I was waiting to say this one has legs, but maybe it doesn't.
Maybe it doesn't have legs. Yeah.
No legs.
Good for you. But okay, so all right. What we do know is that the stories that come along, they all have it about the same size, no bigger, no smaller. They all had the same color, and they all affect technology when they surface, and the animals sense it nearby. That was in the current throughout the stories, that the animals sense it. And animals are very sensitive to electromagnetism. They're more sensitive than humans are, because they work off of instinct anyway. Humans have a very hard time identifying electromagnetism being near them. They get disquieted, or they get antsy, or it affects their temperament or whatever. But we don't often recognize it for what it is. But animals do. So
you'd certainly recognize it if a Yakumama was staring you down.
I imagine a massive snake.
Oh, just a wee bit.
Hello.
Just a wee bit. Yeah.
Well, I had a snake encounter when I was in camp. Okay. And it was a camp. Snake went right across the trail right in front of me. And it was like orange with white bands or something like that. And so I was thinking coral snake. Okay. I was like, oh shit.
Coral snake. Yeah.
Coral snakes. I think we do have some coral snakes in this area. But I was freaking out about it. But I ran all the way back, and the camp counselor, it happened to be one of the people that ran the camp. And he's like, describe it to me. So I described it to him, and he's like, well, see, we've imported king snakes. And that's evidently one of them. And I was like, okay. You imported king snakes. Well, king snakes kill poisonous snakes.
They eat them, yeah. They're cannibalistic. Yeah.
And so if you see a king snake, that means that there's probably not any poisonous snakes nearby. And they said since he brought the king snakes in and kind of imported them, they haven't had any snake bite victims that to count.
No.
And so, I mean, that's one thing about snakes. Is snakes happen to be territorial, and and there are some good snakes, believe it or not.
They gopher snakes, garden snakes,
and so they can coexist with humanity. They have the possibility. So,
well, that's it. I mean, even in places like Africa, you know, they quite like some of the snakes because they eat all the vermin in the fields.
Yeah,
so,
yep.
right. Yeah, rat snakes and corn snakes and things like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but I mean, Yakumama actually ate enough people that they just tried to blow her up. So,
that would do it. Yeah.
So she's not coexisting very well. But anyway,
hey, let me just remind everybody in the chat that's watching on all the different platforms we're on. Please participate in the poll that Bunny has on his YouTube channel chat, and also on my YouTube channel in the chat. I have a poll. We have the same poll. And the poll is, does the Yakumama exist? So please, if you're watching on our channels, please participate in that before we end the stream, please. We'd much appreciate it. Thank you.
One of the most shocking aspects
I'm looking at mine now.
One of the most shocking aspects to all of this is I haven't watched any movies with big snakes in them as a result of this.
Well, you didn't watch the Congo or whatever the heck it was with Ice Cube and J-Lo?
I've got that.
That's
Anaconda.
Anaconda. There you go. That's right. Anaconda.
Yeah,
Congo was about the monkey or the gorillas.
Yeah, that's right. What's that? Tim Curry, I think, is in that, isn't he?
Yeah. Anaconda. That was an interesting one.
I've got that somewhere. Yeah. That's a great
Okay. I've got one vote for in the middle. All right. If you're in my chat, I am closing my my poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to close my poll here in just a few seconds. So if you haven't voted in my poll in my chat, please get over there quickly and vote, please, because I have currently 2 votes.
Okay.
One for debunked and one for in the middle. So please participate. I know I had more than 2 people in the chat. So
debunked.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, one debunked. I don't know.
What, time prophet snipping or
I don't know. He snuck in. He snuck
in,
but he didn't get in the chat.
Where is he?
I don't know. B Dog tends to go for.
I don't know.
But
you know what? He was. I don't know. I think he was on your chat.
No,
I don't see him on my channel over here.
Okay.
I don't see him.
But hey, no, I had not Brian and Coco Shuko Papa Sango, the only two on mine. So it was on yours. Anyway,
I don't see him in my chat though. All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
you might have done a drive by.
I'm gonna drive by. Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna shut my mine down. Oh, I got another vote.
You do?
Holy shit. Okay. Now we
what
got
was it?
two votes for in the middle and one for debunked.
Hey.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm gonna close my my poll down in 3, 2, 1, end.
Okay.
Some calculations there, and there we go. Yep.
Well, I have a new feature on StreamYard. Hold on.
Oh, you do? Oh. Where'd that come from?
Nice.
Where did you think
it's a new feature on StreamYard. Anyway.
It is? Where?
Under sounds, under media assets.
Under media?
Yeah.
Sounds, overlays, video, background.
Well, you do.
Hot dog! There it is. Okay, I know it. Okay, cool.
Well, you do have the pro plan because somebody is paying for it. But anyway,
just add salt to that and wound it with that rusty knife.
All right. Anyway, so
Blunt.
all right.
Blunt.
So that's
Blunt
three.
Rusty Knight. Blunt.
There you go. There you go. So that's three. One for debunk, three for in the middle.
Yep.
So what say you, Wookie? What are you thinking?
I'm definitely confirmed. I definitely believe there is something about these sightings by villagers and tribesmen along these rivers of things and that are, extraordinary sizes. Yeah, there's going to be a 25-foot, python, anaconda. Okay. But it's, these people are seeing something that's a lot bigger. And, you have a story out of Honduras from the United States military where the eyewitness something that could lift a freaking cow, a full-grown cow, and drag, take it off, take off with it and eat it. So there's some big stuff out there. And like you said, majority of that region down there is unexplored along the Amazon.
Yeah.
Most of our oceans are unexplored. So there's a lot of room for the possibility of these large things. And these villagers, these people, these villagers, these fishermen in these countries that they're not lying. They know what they saw. They tell you what they saw.
Yeah.
And they get no gain from it. But yeah, I'm definitely confirmed with this.
Okay, what do you think, Cruel?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of evidence to support the idea that these things could exist or one exists. There's probably going to be some exaggeration along the way, I would imagine. There always is. But yeah, definitely, there's so much unexplored. These things are probably bigger. I mean, when you think about measurements and things like that and recording, that's changed over the hundreds of years as well. So there's differences. So yeah, I think this thing exists, or at the very least existed.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, confirmed.
So you're confirmed then. Okay.
Definitely, yeah. I don't want to get eaten, so yeah.
Well, I am confirmed as well. So that's 3 confirmed, 3 middle. So
we got a tie.
I guess we have a tie. We have a tie today.
All right.
So I'm going to do some executive privilege, and I'm going to break the tie.
Executive privilege.
Okay. Well, actually, if Abby was here, what do you think? What do you think Abby's vote would be?
I don't know. I can't speak for him. It's a crapshoot. He might. I don't know. It might be a toss up between in the middle and confirmed. I don't think it would be a debunked, but I think it'd be a toss up, in my opinion, between one of those two for him. But
well, that's not helping break the tie.
I know.
Anyone in the chat? Come on, anyone in the chat?
Yes, anybody.
Yeah. Anyone in the chat?
If anybody's left in the chat,
right.
I know we got
It's between confirmed and in the middle. And in the middle. So next vote gets it. If you want to sway the whole entire thing, we'll take your vote
Shift
now.
the balance of power.
Give us your vote.
Yeah.
With the vote.
Yep.
With
So if anybody wants to like sway the whole thing, all right, I'll give you 5 seconds to do so.
We'll call it. Call it
5
seconds.
Papa Shango!
Confirmed.
Nice.
Ding, ding, ding,
Okay.
ding.
All right. We are now confirmed. Thanks
There we go.
to Mr. Kokoshuko Papa Shango. Confirmed. All right.
Name Yakumama.
So Kokoshuko Yakumama.
Papa Shango.
Papa Shango. So there you go. So anyway, all right. So thank you for breaking the tie for us there, my friend. And so tonight we are going to land on all right.
Cool.
So we are confirmed.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we are confirmed. We think the Yakumama, there's a very good possibility that it does exist. And so we're confirmed tonight. If you have a different idea, go ahead and leave it in the description. We'll
leave it
talk
down in
about
in the comments, please.
in the comments. Hopefully someday X will allow your comments to appear on us through StreamYards. I don't think they do that yet.
Does Rumble Studio do that though?
I don't think Rumble does. Rumble's like rudimentary compared to what Yahoo does. I mean, StreamYards does. Now, I'm looking at the restream. Maybe see. I tried them out for like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago,
right.
And their features, the stability of the platform wasn't there, and the features weren't there. So I may give them a shot and see if they're.
Yeah, look back into them because I was looking at them about a month ago, just toying around with it. So, yeah, I would check them out.
Yeah. But anyway, so this has been Cryptids and Conspiracies. We decided to do a cryptid tonight.
Finally.
We've been doing conspiracy after conspiracy after conspiracy.
This one was all consuming.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. This one definitely was a big one.
It's a big one.
All right. So you guys, you have a idea for next week?
Hell no.
Not yet.
Okay. How about this one? How about this one? Since Papa Cotton wants us to get a little bit more controversial. How about this? How about this? Was Abraham Lincoln a fascist?
What? Oh,
what do you think, guys?
That'll be an interesting one. Okay, I'm in. I'm in. I got to figure this. I know a little bit about if he hadn't have been assassinated. I have a pretty good idea.
Well, he's one of the only presidents that suspended habeas corpus. He did put journos in jail that disagreed with him.
Okay.
There was a certain police action that he took.
Yeah, he started it pretty much because it's funny because in that, a side note, his Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of Supreme Court had a meeting with him. I think it was just before the assassination, and he was told that if this goes to trial with whoever the president was of the South, that you'll
Jefferson
lose.
Davis.
So, yeah, you'll lose because it's constitutional.
Well,
what they did was
there is a. I mean, he was like, "Oh, he freed the slaves. He freed the slaves." He wanted to send them all to Liberia.
Yes, he wanted to pack them up.
He wanted to deport them. I mean, it's plus, I mean,
we'll have a good time with. That's going to be a good subject.
Okay. All right. So, Woodward Wilson was kind of like easy, and Silent Cow was pretty good. All right, guys. Are you, you on board? Are we ready?
Was Abraham Lincoln a fascist or a vampire hunter?
I just show up for this.
No. I don't think a vampire hunter is part of it, but I'm gonna have to veto that one. Besides, the book sucked. The book really sucked.
I heard there was a movie. I haven't watched it, but
yeah, there's a book based on the movie was based on the book. So,
Abby actually watched the movie, so
yeah. I watched as much as I could tolerate. Anyway, so that is for next week. We're going to explore if Abraham Lincoln was the great president that he is portrayed, or did he basically violate states' rights?
Yes,
So,
interesting.
So I would
You're gonna
suggest checking out Razor Fist. He did a video that was very controversial. So, but
Really?
if you did, he's got a lot of good points.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't live too far from me.
Okay.
And I might be a little biased because it is the war of northern aggression.
Yes, it is.
Just saying. All right, so that we will. I think we will explore that next week. And
Awesome.
please come on back. It'll be 7:00 next Saturday night.
Yep.
Same Cryptid channel, same conspiracy time, and we will see you then. So
good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Y'all have a good night. All right. Yeah, have a good week. Have a good Labor Day. All right, we'll see you then. Bye,
See you, everybody.